Well, good morning from a beautiful, slightly breezy Auburn in mid-February. Kind of cool, but can't really complain considering what our friends and neighbors in Texas, the great state of Texas, are facing right now. They have ice storms and power out and frozen windmills and all of that. So I'm not complaining. So we're here at the hangar. We're going to take an IFR flight today. And let's go inside the hangar and see what's up. We're in the hangar here. Got the 421 sitting ready to go. Then I got the second vaccine shot. And so I had to wait 48 hours per FAA rules. So couldn't fly. But we're in the hangar. Plane's all gassed up, ready to go. Here's our 57 Chevy Bel Air project that we're working on. We got the Camaro dash going in. And the engine bay is getting cleaned up. It's an LS motor, LS3, 425 horsepower, and a 6L80 transmission. Of course, the Cadillac here, we did some coil-over shocks in the back. You can see how it rides pretty level now. And haven't been able to take it out. It's been raining a bit. This is a good time to take a look inside the 421 here. Now we're configured for 7 right now, even though we can hold 8. Here's the look inside. Got snacks, we got drinks, we got a cooler here, and of course, panels not on. G600, couple of 750s, KFC 200 on the autopilot, co-pilot side, and let's get her out and get ready to go. So I got the 4 cameras going. We're gonna start up. I got my checklist ready. We're gonna get going and come right along.
Let's see what the weather is here. I see somebody using 7.
Auburn Municipal Airport, automated weather observation 1603 Zulu. Wind 100 at 6 knots. Visibility more than 10. Sky condition clear below 12,000. Temperature 7 Celsius. Dew point -8 Celsius. Altimeter 3033 inches of mercury.
Let's go to runway 7. We're checking for database updates. I think we're going to have some databases to load. So we got the Garmin Pilot, which updates the Garmin database subscription. And what I saw that was very cool was the Garmin D2 Air watch. Those of you that are looking for a backup emergency GPS, that's a pretty good one.
Very cool watch for about 500 bucks. It's the Garmin D2 Air. Check it out.
Come on, check for database updates. Keep looking. I know we're connected. So you might have saw me on startup. I prime it until the left and right engines are showing at the 12 o'clock position. So I'm going to take the Garmin Pilot down, make sure we're on Wi-Fi. We're on the Wi-Fi, and then we're going to bring the Garmin Pilot back up. So many times on any of these computers, laptops, iPads, it's all about rebooting and starting over. You know, my phone wasn't getting cellular data yesterday. I just rebooted it. It works fine. When in doubt, turn it off, turn it on. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to reboot the avionics bus, see if it finds the database updates. And while the avionics are rebooting, I'm going to go through the checklist, the all-important checklist. Okay, so while I was in the checklist, no database updates, so we're going to continue. These are current until February 25th, so that's fine. And we're finishing the checklist. All important checklist is complete. So I'm going to add a couple waypoints here. I'm going to add SAC VOR. I'm going to add the airway, load airway, Victor 334. I'm going to exit at Sonol, load that, and then add our final destination of Oakland. And then I'm going to go to my split screen. I'm going to clear the page for craft. I can start with Oakland. And then I'm going to change my map to IFR. Low. 22.7 here, 27.4 on takeoff. And put the map on. So what I like to have here is the regular G600 going on. The map here, traffic here. We're going to be on the TIT, turbo inlet temperatures there. That's part of the radios, setup. We're full fuel. We're good to go. Auburn traffic, Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet, taking runway 7, right crosswind departure, departing the air to the south, Auburn.
Have a good flight, Jerry.
Thanks, Robert. See you mañana.
Sounds good. I'll see you then.
Okay, time. So we're going to use our Davtron. Time. Check. Transponder check. Traffic check. DG double check. Check. Full mixture, full power. First thing is the fuel flow. Fuel flow looks good. We switch to airspeed. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, there's 100. And we tap the brakes, pull the gear up. Of course, we rotate. Tap the brakes to get the debris off. And we're noise abatement procedures here. We're climbing out of pitch for blue line, which is a single engine safe speed in case we lose an engine here. Till 1,000 AGL, then you can put the nose forward a little bit. And the noise abatement procedure here is either 2,500 or to the freeway before your right turn. Auburn traffic, Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet, it's upwind off the 7. Off of runway 7, 2,200 climbing. Auburn traffic, Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet, it's over Highway 80, making a turn to the south, leaving 2,500. Okay, so that takes care of that. We're 1,000 AGL. Set up our power. So I'm going to use 31 inches of manifold pressure, 1,800 RPM. Turn towards the south. That'd be Sonol. Let's go ahead and put Sonol. Let's put SAC in. See if they give us that. And we're going to activate the autopilot. And we're going to go, let's just go 6,500. And let's turn this to purple.
Changing that to purple puts it on GPS, takes it off the VOR localizer.
And put our fuel up. So there's a lot to do here as you get set up. Let's go 22 gallons per hour and see where our temps go. Okay, we can talk to 4.8, good day. We can talk to NorCal. NorCal, good morning. Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet, IFR Oakland. A little heat would help.
Golden Eagle calling NorCal. You're getting flight following?
513 Sierra Juliet, IFR in the system, Auburn, Oakland, airborne off Auburn, 4,100, ready to pick up clearance, ready to copy.
November 3 Sierra Juliet, squawk 4251.
4251, 3 Sierra Juliet. Okay, let's put the squawk in. I can smell the heater starting.
Request return on net.
Unit 07, traffic no fact, resume on navigation.
Return on navigation, even 507.
November 3 Sierra Juliet, you are ready to contact the Sacramento 3037, maintain VFR, stay altitude.
Okay, 513 Sierra Juliet, maintain VFR, altitude is leaving 4,600.
Number 3 Sierra Juliet, roger. And you can climb pilot's discretion on course to Sonol. I'll have your clearance very shortly.
Okay, we'll go towards Sonol, waiting for the clearance. 3 Sierra Juliet, remaining VFR. Okay, Sonol, direct, go. It's turning. She said keep climbing. I suspect we're going to get 7 or 8. So we're going to, I got it pre-selected for 6,500. So she said Sonol, so we're going to write Sonol in.
Number 13 NorCal approach, just going to maintain 4,000.
Roper is military. You won't hear them respond. We're getting a good 800 foot a minute climb here and indicated 120. Climbing through 6,400. It's pretty cool out.
Number 90415 Quebec NorCal approach.
43 degrees. We got a little tailwind today. And we're climbing out. The true airspeed's 133 in the climb. You can see a little weather here on the next rad. If I went to the weather screen here, it'll paint in here also.
So, November 3 Sierra Juliet, you are cleared to Oakland, direct Sonol, direct, climb and maintain 7,000.
5-3 Sierra Juliet, cleared to Oakland, direct Sonol, direct 7,000.
Southwest 1978, traffic 1 o'clock and a mile and a half.
So as I pull out,
500, you're passing behind
you can see the weather here coming in. Let me get a still shot of that.
South 1978, cleared visual approach, runway 350.
So you saw that weather to our west. Look out the front window and you can see we're clear ahead, and you can't see the weather coming in from the right. It starts with the high cirrus. So we're a little tight on here. Now if I was to go to here and go to weather, okay, we're going to level off here 7,000 and go to radar. Let's do a test first before I go to weather. So you can see the radar is testing itself. It's kind of flaky. It needs to be used. So it kind of goes off and on and off and on.
Roper 13, descend and maintain 2,800.
There it goes. So I can display that in front of me here on the G600. So I got it pointing down 1 degree. It's painting all of the ground. So if I change I change it to, let's go up 1 degree, you'll see it's starting to clear out. We'll go up 2 degrees. So what you do is you turn it up until the weather, the ground is kind of stops. And that's about where you want it. It's 2 degrees, let's go 2 3/4. You can see it's starting to fade somewhere. There is no weather in front of us, so it won't be painting anything. What you're getting is the ground, and that's what it's showing. So one more. I like 3 1/4 seems to be what I've been using. So 3 1/4 up is pretty good. If you're on a ILS or going into someplace with weather and you're in a 3-degree glide slope, then you want to go up 6 1/4 degrees to compensate for it. So we're going to let it run on both screens because I just want the radar to stay warmed up. So when you need it, you'll have it. Our TIT temperatures are good. We're going to start to scan. And the reason I use a scan is it scans the temperatures for exhaust gas and cylinder heads. And if there's any anomalies, it will stop on that and flash, so you can know if you're in your scan and you look over and you see that it's still running, you know there's no issues. So what I'm going to do here, I'll let the radar run on the G600. I'm going to go to traffic here. So what I like to do is we like to take a trip around the G600 and see what everything's doing. So our waypoint is Sonol. We're on GPS 1. We're on GPS-S. 8:23 in the morning. It's 41 degrees out. And we got a tailwind of 6, crosswind of 1-3. If you want to do a quick wind check, you go to the Garmin 750, you go Utilities, and you go wind, and it tells you it's 309 at 11. So it's coming out of here, just like the arrow says, at 11. Our true airspeed here is 187 knots, which pretty much matches our power setting here a little bit. We're a little faster, and we're indicating 169, which matches the airspeed indicator, and our ground speed is 192. We are coordinated on the turn coordinator. We're bugged at 2,500. This is my primary altitude. It's the pre-select. This is more of a secondary, if you will, or a informational one. So until I upgrade to the Garmin GAD, the GAD 49E.
It's the GAD 43,
so
not 49.
Lets you interface your analog autopilot, which is the KFC 200, with your digital glass. But it doesn't give you the pre-select altitude. It doesn't give you, you can't pre-select the altitude, and you can't set a VSI. And you also can't use the DME feature. So those are the three features you don't get if you have the GAD 43 instead of the GAD 43E. But it's not as easy as swapping it out. You have to run more wires through the pressure vessel and all of that. So it's a little bit more complicated.
Here's the two GAD units, the GAD 43 on the left and the GAD 43E, the enhanced unit, on the right. I wish it was plug and play, but you can see there's additional ports that have to be wired into the pressure vessel.
Our barometer is 3037. We're going to correct that. And we're going to correct our altitude down to 7,000. Now also, here's our magenta, which is our GPS 1. Waiting for this to get ready, and I'm going to put the altitude hold on.
Legion calling NorCal, you reach this frequency in error.
All right, so we're going to hold that at 7,000. Now here's the indicator of where in space our waypoint that we're navigating to Sonol is over here to the left, because with the wind coming from the right, the plane has to be crabbed to the right, and then your sight is going to look to the left. Now CDI, we're on the magenta. If you do green, it would pick up the localizer off of the VOR or the localizer ILS, whatever you're navigating to. So we're
3 Sierra Juliet, contact approach on 125.1. Good day.
125.1, 3 Sierra Juliet. Thanks, and good morning. So let's check in with them. It's I don't think we can get to ATIS yet, but we're going to get ready for 3377. Okay, nobody's talking. We can talk. NorCal, good morning. Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet checking on 7,000 direct Sonol.
Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet NorCal approach. Open Golf. Expect the ILS with a visual. Runway 28 right approach.
Okay, we'll expect the visual. We're going to get Golf. We'll let you know when we got it. 3 Sierra Juliet. All right, so we have the ATIS. We'll let them know. And NorCal 513 Sierra Juliet has Golf at Oakland.
3 Sierra Juliet, rudder.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go into the GN 750. We're going to select the procedure. They said they're using the ILS, so we're going to use the ILS for 28, right? If we want vectors, we'll just put in BBUP because it's on this side. We're going to load the approach. Now, what else I'm going to do is turn off the autopilot. So I don't need the weather, I don't need the radar anymore. So we're going to take the mode and turn it to off. And I'm going to go ahead and go back to this screen. So
3 Sierra Juliet, set and maintain 6,000.
3 Sierra Juliet down to 6,000. All right, so autopilot is off, and we're going to head down to 6,000. So what I'm going to do, now that I don't need to pre-select, I'm going to start using this as 6,000. So it's good practice to hand fly once in a while. Since we're going downhill, we can start reducing power. We're trimmed up nice, so the plane is it wants to go a little bit to the right, so we're going to trim it a little bit of aileron trim. So autopilot is off. The annunciator panel lights are all off, so you can see that it's not on. I will get the 200-foot warning here, and we'll get ready to level off. Electric trim is a handy feature to have, or you can use your hand trim. It depends on what you're used to. Here comes our level off at 6,000. So since we're navigating for we're navigating for Cessna, we'll leave that in, but we are on 109.9, or probably can't ID it, even though it says it here, that's a legal ID. Let's try to listen to it. Nav 1. Let's not. So as soon as we get a vector, we'll put it in the heading, and then we'll switch to the localizer and capture it and fly it inbound. The chart's showing up here on the GTN 750. So that's good. And we'll keep reducing power here, no need to go fast. And as you reduce power, you need to add trim, because the nose will drop.
3 Sierra Juliet, heading of 190 vectors for the visual approach.
190, 3 Sierra Juliet.
Get that 190.
190, 3 Sierra Juliet. And 3 Sierra Juliet, if the ILS is available, we'd like to fly that.
3 Sierra Juliet, roger. Clear direct Grove, intercept the localizer.
Okay, we're heading direct to Grove now, intercept the localizer 6,000. All right, so we're going to go, where's Grove? Grove. All right, so let's see what Grove is. Grove is a 207 heading, which is pretty much what we're on. And we're told to intercept the localizer. So we're going to navigate on this heading to Grove. So we weren't given a heading, so I really can't take it off of GPSS because we're using that to navigate to Grove. If they were to give me a heading, 250 or 200 or whatever it is, then I'd be able to take off the GPS, put on the green for the localizer.
Ray 7 Papa, contact approach 121.3. 21.3.
But we're not, so we can't.
For 3 Sierra Juliet, contact approach on 125.35.
2535, 3 Sierra Juliet, thanks and good morning. NorCal, good morning. Golden Eagle 5 and 3 Sierra Juliet checking on 6,000 direct to Grove to intercept the localizer.
Maintain 5,000, 3 Papa Delta.
And NorCal 5 and 3 Sierra Juliet took the squelch off, checking back on second time, 6,000 direct Grove to intercept the localizer.
Senor Jeremy, November 513 Sierra Juliet, NorCal approach.
Yes, sir, good morning, and you're about a 2x5.
Now, he probably switched you a little bit earlier there.
Yes, I've heard that before.
They're requesting communication, sir. Let them meet static.
So I'm leaving the squelch off. He says they probably flipped us earlier.
Runway 28 left. Visual approach 28 left, 3 Papa Delta.
So here's a good heading. So we're going to lock the bug in so I can follow it. Because the crosswind's changing, we're having to correct for some more.
Sierra Juliet, descend and maintain 4,000.
4,000, 3 Sierra Juliet, now you're 5x5.
Copy that.
What we've got here is failure to communicate. Some men you just can't reach.
561's with you. We're leveling at 5,000.
All right, we're going down to 4,000 now.
561 NorCal approach, also with you, the Oakland altimeter 3036.
Okay, 3036. Thank you.
So if you want to make sure you're on track, you check here. Your direct track to Grove is 207 or tracking 206. So we'll just sneak over just a touch. And we're keeping our descent going at 500 feet a minute or better. So here we're locked in 207, 207.
To 11 o'clock and 5 miles southwestbound, descending out at 5,000 for Hayward, citation.
Exact jet 561 looking.
And we're still 5 minutes to Grove, so we have plenty of time to lose altitude. Now we're talking to him. I can anticipate tower at 18.3. All right, so I can see Grove here. So now I'm switching to CDI.
November 714.
And the course is locked in here at 278. So I'm double checking that. Let's see if we can ID it. Okay, we're ID'd.
714 Julia Charlie, NorCal approach, also with you. Radar contact, Stockton now, Oakland altimeter 3036.
So this is informational. You're really navigating on your localizer glide slope. Localizer glide slope.
Descend and maintain 5,000.
Direct Mito 5,000, south of 1383.
3 minutes 40 seconds to Grove, present speed. And we're waiting for the localizer to come off the wall here to start turning inbound. Meantime, we're still navigating to Grove. There's our 4,000. Let's just stop the descent right here. Our next will be 3,400, I anticipate, because that is the crossing for Grove.
November 3 Sierra Juliet, cross Grove at or above 3,400, cleared ILS, runway 28 right approach.
3 Sierra Juliet, 3,400 or higher, cleared for the approach. 3 Sierra Juliet at Grove.
Okay. 561, contact
altitude
approach,
3,400.
351,
Check.
exact jet 561.
So here we're locked in at 3,400 and we're waiting for the localizer to come off the wall there. Glide slopes, we're just below it, just a touch. So we're going to do our Papa Gumps, pressurization check, air conditioner off, never had the prop sync on, auxiliary pumps on, gas on mains.
Southwest 1383, contact Oakland.
Here comes the localizer off the wall, and we're following it inbound to 278, and we're going to intercept the glide slope.
1383 affirmative, contact Oakland Tower 127.2.
272, good morning, south of 1383.
Okay. November 3 Sierra Juliet, contact Oakland Tower 118.3.
3 Sierra Juliet, good to hear from you. 18.3, talk to you maybe tomorrow. So long.
Take care.
So here we are, localizer glide slope. Tower, good morning. Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet, checking in on the ILS.
Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet, Oakland Tower. Wind is 140 at 9er. Runway 28 right, clear land.
Clear to land 28 right, 3 Sierra Juliet. So 140, we got tailwind at 9er, so be aware of that. Okay, so we're hand flying, of course. This is all off. Localizer glide slope, localizer glide slope.
Cessna 65 Papa, right turn echo taxiway, then Charlie.
So we did the Papa Gumps, so we're at the
take a ride here and Charlie to Kite.
undercarriage, mixtures, 10 degrees of flaps. So we're having to adjust a little bit.
Golden Eagle 3 Sierra Juliet, the wind is 130 at 9er. If you like runway 15, advise, just let me know when you have the field in sight.
3 Sierra Juliet has a field in sight, and yeah, we can do a circle to land for 15.
Golden Eagle 3 Sierra Juliet, at on a 2-mile final, clear visual approach runway 15, circle north, runway 15 for land.
Okay, at 2-mile final, we are cleared to circle north to land runway 15, 3 Sierra Juliet. Okay, so that's a little different for everybody watching. So what's the circle to land minimum? So I briefed the plate, but I forgot. So the chart says 207 straight in, circling 560. So we're going to do the 560. We're at 1,800 right now. So we're localizer glide slope, localizer glide slope. So I'm curious to where the 560 is based on the, so he wants us north, which would be to the right. Coming up on 1,004 miles. Now we're 2.8, now we're 2.7, 2.6. So there's our 2 miles, 2.5, we're not quite there yet. That's to the runway 28 threshold. Still localizer glide slope, localizer glide slope. There's our 2 miles. We're breaking off here at 680 as instructed, and we're heading for the north. So here's a nice different view. That freeway straight ahead is Highway 880, runs through Oakland. So we're down to the visual. He gave us a visual now. All right, gas check indicator, we've got 3 greens, mixture is up. Flaps where we want them, flaps 10, props where we want them. We're going to switch to the visual for 1.5 real quick. And that'll give us a glide path, maybe. Yeah, gives a glide path, let's see. We're a blue line, that's good. We're kind of on a downwind. Turn of base. And 30 Juliet, don't remember, are we clear to land 1.5?
So this is 30 Juliet, affirmative, runway 15 for the land, wind 13 is 0 at 9er.
30 Juliet, clear to land 1.5, thanks. All right, there's full flaps now, mixture's up. Square off the base, there's Bay Farm Island, Bay Farm Bridge in front of us. And now we'll turn for 1.5. Last look at the 3 greens. And a greaser.
Calling go 30 Juliet, left turn at Juliet, Juliet down the ramp, this frequency, take care.
30 Juliet, thanks, we'll taxi with you to the port of ports. All right, we're clear of the runway, going to parking. Thanks for riding along. Okay, we are at the hangar. We're going to turn the avionics off. Mixture is cut off.